Welcome back to the Voice of Metal, where we talk about all things metal. Welcome back to the Voice of Metal, where we talk about all things metal. Hopefully, I didn't mess that up. Sometimes it's a little laggy on the start of this. I don't know why it does that, so I probably did it twice, but that's okay. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about a, a certain topic here, which I did do it twice. Certain topic here because the fact that I will not be here Friday and Saturday to do my normal routine because I will be in Arlington, Texas, with my son because he has been wanting to see Metallica for a very long time. And the last time I think I was there was before he was born, which is a long time because he's 18 now and he was born in 2004. And I think the last one I got to see was in 2000, which I did see a few other concerts of theirs before that, which it saddens me that I didn't get to see more when they were younger. But I was going through college at the time, so I was busy doing things, and I that was not one of my top goals. Kind of like other things. So I had this nice big gap for almost 18 years where I didn't really go to a whole lot of concerts. I was spending it with my son because I only got him so many days out of the week. So to me, that was a priority for me. Um, and when I was working, it was kind of awkward because it was later in the day, so I didn't get a chance to do that. So now I'm going to be making up for quite a bit of that. So I have gone to see Slipknot, Mudvayne, Sepultura, Max and Igor Cavaliers, September Morning, Butcher Babies. I've seen Sacred Reich. I wanted to see Crowbar, but they didn't show up to the one concert. And a few other smaller bands. I don't remember all their names. I did get to see just recently, and yeah, I'm sure you saw my little shorts with Raven Black, Living Dead Girl, and Owls and Aliens, which is actually, they got a pretty interesting band. So if you get a chance, go see them on tour. The tickets are fairly reasonable, they're not overly priced, and something that you'll have probably, they'll be in a smaller venue, so they'll be a little bit more, how I say, easier to watch and hear the performance. And they did a really good job of the show. Partially because they're big, but they're not humongous. They're not like Slipknot and all those guys, because those guys are the ones that fill stadiums. Um, yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I'm kind of debating about Pantera, but I'm gonna give it a go. I'm gonna check it out. I know it's not gonna be exactly the same as the original. I never got to have that opportunity, but I did get to see System of a Down before I even knew who they were and their records. And while I'm in Arlington, and if you see this broadcast right now, I'm going to be giving away probably 6 shirts with little QR codes and kind of voice of metal. It's kind of it's not the best logo in the world, but I kind of fudged a little bit. I mean, I made a fairly decent one. I kind of have an idea what I was looking for. It's not complete yet, but this right here is like my first go. So if you think about it, if that logo changes and you have one of those shirts, it's probably going to be worth a lot more to people who maybe later on when the channel grows, it might be worth something, and you don't have to pay a dime for it because I'm going to give it to you. And it's got the QR code for the channel. So that's part of it. It's a promotional type deal. I'm just doing that because if somebody wants to know about the shirt and what it's about, and you're wearing it, you can say, hey, look, you can check out the channel, scan the QR code. I wanted to have more, but like I said, it's kind of like a limited thing because I'm paying for this myself, so I'm trying to promote and pay for it myself. So I might have some. I'm thinking maybe if I have time, get a little, maybe something with a QR code, because I know Owls and Aliens had that. They had like a merch and a thing where you could check out their music, which is kind of cool. So they have a link for both. Actually, it'd be nice to. They should have just done a link tree or something along those lines, so you could, or some sort of page where you could go to all the different things at one time. I think that would have been a little easier instead of having two QR codes. But it's one for the music and the other, so it's all good. Or a way on their main page that, hey, check out our music on these services, and then you can click on that. But it's all good. But I told them that I would talk to you guys or tell you guys about them, because the lead singer, I was talking him personally, and I was also talking to Living Dead Girl. Her name's Molly. I forgot her fiance's name again, and I apologize for that. So you'll have to kind of beat me senseless next time you see me, man. But I did definitely loved each and every one of the people that were there. That's what this channel is all about. It's about the people that are playing the music and seeing them perform a sound check. I got a lot of views for that because they were playing another song, of course, not their own, but it still was pretty cool because people actually enjoyed it, and I let him know that. It's like, I got over 454 views for just the sound check where he was playing. I forgot which song it was, but it sounded really cool, and I kind of tried to hone in on it. Except my phone is being really sensitive on zooming in. I don't know why. So there's one spot where I'm with Living Dead Girl, and it's like you're seeing her lower half of her body. So embarrassing. But anyway, but check them all out if you have a chance, because they'll probably be in your town. I would just go in bands in town, look for Raven Black. They got some really good performances. Raven does a really good job with her performances. And apparently, from what I've heard, when they opened up for other bands, they had quite a few more props, but they don't have as many props as they've had before. But still, it's pretty cool. And I got a hug too from Raven herself, so I appreciate that, Raven. Because there wasn't a whole lot of people there at the time. I was there really early because I wasn't sure when the meet and greet was, and so I just showed up there. I thought about the time it would be. And a little before, so I didn't miss anything. And I knew the bar opened like at 4, it said, and I think I got there a little after that. But I missed the sound check part when they were doing all that, which would be kind of cool. She goes, "You missed all the fun stuff." It's like, that's okay. It's like, well, at least I got to meet you and some of the other members of the band. Actually, a couple of them I didn't get to see, unfortunately. I didn't get to talk to them. Yeah, but it was really cool. I got this. Who was it? There was somebody in one of the other bands. I think it was the bass guitarist in Owls and Aliens I talked to, I believe. No, not the bassist, the main guitarist. He is the main guitarist. Very good, very awesome guy. We were talking about this, that, and the other. And I'm hoping that maybe I still got to reach out to the lead singer from Owls and Aliens, and maybe he could talk to some of the guys in the band and maybe get an interview with them and talk to them about who they are, why they do what they do, tell them a little bit of history about the band, how they got started. It sounds like they just they'd been around for a while, but they kind of left it was kind of like put on hold for a while, and they're coming back now, so they're starting to get their career off the ground. So please do me a favor, check them out. They're phenomenal and the great people. And also buy some merch from each at least the first two bands. Not Raven. I mean, Raven Black you can if you want, but the other two really need some help. They had so many issues. One got towed all the way from where their car broke down, or there is as an RV, all the way to the venue. And the other band basically had to leave their merch behind because their brake lines went out on them. And they basically left their car there and got an Uber. So they squeezed all these people. I think it's a fairly good size vehicle for Uber. And I forgot how much they spent on that. It was insane. And then they're going to have this huge bill. And they had just put a bunch of money in their transmission. And when they said how much, I thought, oh my gosh. I said, you know what? I hate to say it, but I think it's a more of a bigger vehicle, so it might not have been cost efficient for them to do that, especially the size it was. If it were smaller, like a smaller vehicle, I would have said put it down. That's why I mentioned it probably would have been cheaper just to put a down payment on a fairly new used vehicle than to buy a brand, to fix the old one. But For the size of vehicle it is, I think it might not have been that way, and I didn't think about that at the time when I said that. So I wish them all the best and the safe journeys all the way through their tour, and hopefully they'll make enough money to do that. Unfortunately, the Denver crowd was not that big, and I'm hoping that the rest of them are going to be bigger for them because they'll sell more tickets, make more money, sell more merchandise, so that way they can pay to get that fixed. So that way they can tour again, and they were determined to make sure they made that tour date, and they haven't canceled yet so far that I know of. So I did leave a link for Owls and Aliens on my community page, so go check that out. Um, oh, I forgot. I'll show you the shirt because it's kind of cool. I did has some of my original artwork, and then I kind of mixed it with some AI. I tried to put a description. I was hoping to get VO, voice of metal, VOM. But the only problem is it didn't. It was kind of all distorted. So I just took and put my own little thing there, and then there's a little QR code to watch the channel and subscribe, of course. So when people scan it, it'll come right to the page. So it's pretty awesome. I wasn't sure if it was work on a shirt, but seems to. So hopefully, if you're in Arlington and you're watching the show and you see me, let me know. I would love to hear from you. That's like I said, that's what it's all about. I wanted to get to know each and every one of you guys out there in the audience. That'd be awesome. And if you're on live, when I'm on live, please feel free to say hello. I would love to hear. Oh, I got one viewer, Mates Clover. See, the thing is, it doesn't tell me who's here, so I just know there's at least one person watching right this minute. So say hello if you're Clover or anybody else or whoever you are. I appreciate it. A couple times I've missed people. I don't look down on my screen because I have a drawing display with a nice little pen I can draw on my display, and it's kind of nice because I can see it right in front of me. So it's awesome that I got my other monitor here, and I got a big, huge TV over here for my computer. So I've got an interesting setup, but they're kind of spread out now. I used to have them a lot closer before. So I'm thinking about moving my monitor here where the camera is so I can see myself. And then maybe, I don't know, my TV's probably a little too big to move to the left, so it's going to probably have to stay over there or move my desk over there. I don't know. We'll see. But the only thing is you don't get all the stuff in the background with the pictures and stuff and all the things that I have in the background. It'd be kind of cool to have the voice of metal type thing kind of have it attached to the wall, big letters or something. I don't know, background, whatever. Anyway, I'm still working on that, but I'll figure something out. Plus, I could do like a blue screen, green screen to put that in the background. I think it'd be kind of cool. And then I can do interviews with people. I still got to get that set up. That's the one thing I'm still looking into. Zoom calls are probably the best thing, I think. And I did see a video on how to do that, so I'll have to figure that out. Because I'm still learning this myself. I'm still going. But at least I got over 100 videos right now. So I guess what Mr. Beast has said, I don't know if any of you watch him, but he said if you want to don't complain about, or he said don't expect a lot before your first 100 videos. But once you start getting 100 videos, you'll start seeing a little more progress at the channel. So I'm hoping that'll happen. And I think what I might do is maybe get a logo with maybe the Reaper here going. Maybe he might be my mascot.